Hey, it's 13. I'm back to fill in the blanks, hopefully, for some of the void left by the first video. Um, some of you guys are asking me what I do for Envy. I do some of the management things, like I help them with money issues, business issues, sponsors, stuff like that. Um, just so everybody knows, because I got a lot of questions. I'm going to take some time to talk in this video about what YouTube did for me as a player. So, back in the day, like on Call of Duty 4, I used to play pretty much just regular headquarters, and then about halfway through that game, I transitioned to hardcore search. Basically because of the glitch. If you won all 4 rounds, you got 4 wins in search, and that everybody wanted to be on top of the leaderboard that played search. You got all those wins, and it was a big deal back then. But I was not a very strong. I was a bad player in Call of Duty 4. About midway, 3/4 of the way through that game as well, I started to kind of pick up on, some YouTube videos as to how to do certain things, and I sped some of this up. This is an extremely campy gameplay, due to the fact we had lost 2 games in a row to these guys, and they were extremely mouthy before the game. So I spend a majority of my time camping around their spawn or camping B, basically due to I did not want to lose again. I'm extremely competitive, just from the playing sports and just the way I was raised. I'm very competitive. I hate losing. I'll do whatever it takes to win. So I do a lot of, and I'll talk about some of those tactics and things here, but I have no idea why it says Ninja Diffuse. For those of you that see that, I don't understand that. But anyway, Call of Duty 4 made me a better player because I learned how to rush from the standpoint of learning how to do a correct loadout. I think I have 8 or 9 classes in this game, and my classes are set up differently. For I have some hardcore stuff, I have some regular stuff, I have a like a quick draw, sleight of hand type class that's kind of the I think I call it like my competitive class or something. Anyway, I learned a lot from watching the really strong players on YouTube. So if you watch, good examples, Call of Duty 4, a Pyro Puncher and XCal, those guys used to just bomb on you with like a 74U, and that used to just blow my mind. And I'll never forget my first montage I saw of quickscoping and stuff. I was like, are you kidding me? But I learned a lot from that. That's when I learned that YouTube could teach me how to be a better player. And I take this game pretty serious. I'm competitive. I like to be good at something when I do something a lot. And I figure I've got, in all the Call of Duty series, I've got probably 150 days time of my life invested in this game. So yeah, I want to be good at it, obviously. I'm going to spend some time to improve, and, like my setup, I'm sure everybody that has an Xbox at home doesn't have a cheap setup. You invest in your setup, you invest in your equipment, controllers, headsets, TV, and mine solely revolves around a lot of it gaming, So YouTube was a big part of what made me a better player. And when World at War came out, and at the time I thought World at War was like a huge step back. I was like, look, we're gonna go from automatic weapons to single action guns. Are you shitting me? But we did it, and I had a good group I used to run with playing hardcore search on that, and before it got ruined by modded controllers and noob tubes. Man, I really like that game, and it just kind of all games get exploited eventually, but that one especially bad. And then Modern Warfare 2, I was very frustrated with that game. That game frustrated me to no end, and I remember playing. I prestiged all the way through it. But it was man, that game was brutal. And just the noob tubes and how easy it felt like that game could be for a bad player to do well. And by do well, I mean You know, a bad player is a bad player. They're not going to blow anything up, you know, and go 40-2 or something, but they can be a thorn in your ass enough to where you can't enjoy the game, man. And I'm all about enjoying the game anymore, you know. I'm not on a competitive team. I'm not in game battles, so I just want to have fun. So the guys I play with now, we have fun. We talk trash. You know, I talk trash to my team. I don't talk smack to the other team at all because there's way better players out there than me. But, you know, Modern Warfare 2, because I played a lot of Hardcore Search, Domination, Deathmatch in Modern Warfare 2. When Black Ops came out, like, Modern Warfare 2 put me off so bad that I almost gave up on COD altogether. So, when, that summer, you know, I was like, I'm done with this damn game. Then, the guys I play with, we all started playing Medal of Honor. And Medal of Honor is like a version of Battlefield on the same engine, basically, I think. You know, I could be way off there, but that's from what I know and how it played. It played a lot like Battlefield. But it was like Call of Duty game types. So we had a good time. I remember hearing this guy jump down, so I was waiting for him to come through the door. So that's a fail. But anyway, we got into Medal of Honor, which kind of like lit the fire back under me about Modern Warfare type things. So Black Ops comes out. I'm extremely frustrated with the game. Like, the first month that game was out, I did nothing but bitch and complain about how much I couldn't stand that game. And just there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't like, and boy, it was frustrating. But once again, you know, I turned back to YouTube, and I started watching the stronger competitive players. And, you know, specifically, I learned to watch how they ran maps and how they controlled spawns and how they, you know, you hear the pros talk about like map control and what they're doing, and that's when I learned, you know, it's all about being smart about how you're playing. And, you know, there's that ninja diffuse thing again. I don't understand that, but it has to do with the theater, I would guess. Anyway, you know, Black Ops, I learned how to multitask, and by multitask I mean I could engage 2 or 3 targets at once with stuns. You know, the best game I had stats wise was Black Ops, you know, because I was like a 2 KD and my win-loss was really good, and you know, I spent a lot of time playing on the this is where I get my MOAB here. Yeah, but we spent a lot of time playing on that. I can't remember, it's that competitive playlist, that bare bones thing, and it just kills your KD. And I used to play with like Stainville and Hastro and 4Play play with this occasionally, and you get in those competitive playlists, and good lord, you know, things happen so fast, and they control the map, they control your spawn, and you know, you're playing CTF and stuff like that. And I'm not really a Slayer or an OBJ player, or an objective player. I don't feel comfortable pulling flags. I will take points in domination, but you know, one of the guys I play with, Wando, he is like the prototypical OBJ player. He loves taking flags. He loves, you know, he's a really good search player. He loves doing all that stuff. So, and I'm more of the counter to him. I'm more of a Slayer probably typically. Not in this game. This game I'm a camping bitch, but. I get my MOAB, and we finally, these guys beat us 2 games in a row, and they were not the best sportsmen about a lot of it. So that's why it's pretty campy and trying awfully hard to make sure we don't lose. But it's coming down to an end here. I want to say thank you. The overwhelming, like, nice comments and nice people in the first video. I do appreciate it. You guys will never know. But thank you very much. Let me know if there's anything I can do for anybody or any questions. I will try to answer all my comments, and I do read them. Thank you.